All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for our Young Money feature race. And this is how they will line up for tonight's first ever Young Money's feature race. On the pole, out of Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 7 of Trustin Cox in that 7 car. And on his outside, it'll be the 44 Peyton Willis out of Max Creek, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 66 of Max Dublin. And on the outside will be the 5C of Callie Martin out of Lakeway, Missouri. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Trustin Cox out front, your leader in that 7 car. The 44 of Peyton Willis in second. The 66 of Max Dublin in third. Peyton Willis working on that outside. Right now it's all Trustin Cox in the 7. The 66 of Max Dublin in third. The 5C of Callie Martin in that 4th spot. So right now it's all the 7 of Trustin Cox. The 44, hold on to it. Here we go. Here comes the 66 of Max Dublin. Max Dublin gaining some ground there in that 66 machine. So right now it's all the 7 of Trustin Cox. The 44 Peyton Willis in second. The 66 of Max Dublin in third. The 5C of Callie Martin in that 4th spot. Trustin Cox out front. Callie Martin in the 44. All the cars staying with distance. Here we go. Closing in now. Here comes the 44 of Willis making ground. Here comes the Dublin in the 66. And God, goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it. It went so fast, I was able to see the checkered flag. As he's going to make his way up to the front stretch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's getting out of the car. Your Young Money feature winner car number 7. It's Trustin Cox. Woo! Trustin, man, what a race, dude. Hey, you know, Trustin, he's a golfer for the high school golf team, and he had a pretty good season. Didn't get that state championship, but after golf season, he came out here, and last weekend, his grandpa drove this car on his birthday, and you outdid him. You outperformed him, Trustin. How you feel, buddy? First time in a race car and get the victory.
Felt good. Just trying to do what Papa says, try to get in position to win the race.
There you go. That's it. Now, that can preach right there. That can preach. Now, when you found out you're going to be doing this thing, did you do any practice? Did you go on iRacing? Did you go to the golf course? What happened?
I learned how to drive stick once, and that was like 3 days ago.
You never driven a stick before?
Nope, never in my life.
This is your first time?
Yep.
My goodness gracious. Well, Trustin, you just won the Young Money feature race at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. What are you going to do next?
Racing next race. Hey, shout out to old Aaron D for letting me do this.
Woo! Anybody else you want to thank?
Aaron Sue, it's a little big on me, but thanks Papa for letting me do this, and thanks God.
There you go, race fans. There you have it. Your Young Money feature winner, the 7 of Trustin Cox. All right, so we're going to move on down now to the 44, Peyton Willis. Peyton, a good run there. You and Trustin had a good heat race there at the first and in the feature, but first time on this track and first time here, and I thought you did pretty well.
Thank you. Yeah, it was different.
It is different. Now, that ain't the first time you've raced, but the first time you raced on asphalt, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, yeah, you've been racing over there at Midway Speedway, but how do you feel about it? You've raced on dirt. What about that? How do you feel about asphalt now?
I like it, but I like dirt better.
You like dirt better? We didn't hear that. We're going to have to mute the microphone. No, we understand. We understand. Anybody you want to thank?
My parents, definitely, and all my sponsors.
All right. Who's your sponsors, you know?
Super Sport, Auto Marine, 7 Mag T-shirts, Big Mango Trucking, Phillips Racing, DPR Transport, and Perfusion Solutions.
All right. Well, there you have it. Runner-up, it is the 44, Peyton Willis. We're going to go talk to our third place finisher. This young man. Yeah, check out those tires. Make sure the tire wear is good on there. You had a carload, man, in the driving the kids around, but Max, wow. Well, your first time out. This is your second ever race because you raced down the dirt as well. How was it, man? How did you feel?
It was fun. The laps went by really fast.
And you know what? Hey, after this race, you do not have to wash the car. Ain't that cool?
No.
Yeah, you just leave it, you know. There's no dirt on it or nothing about that. You want to, anybody you want to thank?
My dad, my grandpa, and Sam, and God, for sure.
Amen, amen. Now, you just had your first race here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Is there one thing you probably could have done better?
Well, in my heat race, I went out wide. I should have kept it down low.
There you go. You learned, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, runner-up, or third runner-up, it'll be the 66 of Max Dublin. And in the 5C out of Lakewood, Missouri, it's going to be Callie Martin in the 5C. So, Callie, great finish there, fourth. But is this your first time on the asphalt as well?
It is.
It is. What'd you think about it?
It's a blast.
It's a blast. That's good. All right. And then like the color scheme, too, you know. And anybody you want to thank?
All my sponsors for making this happen, my parents and friends that support me along the way.
All right. Now, this will get you ready to drive in the future. And how old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, 16. Are you driving yet?
Yes.
Oh, so now you're going to watch out. Lakeway, Missouri. She's going to be driving through Lakeway, and she's going to be driving just like she did on this small track. Well, Callie, we appreciate you, and good luck in your future and your racing season. All right, fans, let's give them one more round of applause. Our Young Money. All right. This is over. This is what it's all about here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Through our radio flyer class, through our bald and bougie bandolero class that has the night off, and now through this Young Money class, we are wanting to grow this sport and racing in general. And get them around, ladies and gentlemen. First time. Come on, buddy. Put it in gear. There you go. There. Oh. Take you a victory lap. Woo-hoo! Another car that's been to Douglas Tire and Auto. Amanda, how do you feel? You feel good, Amanda? You feel good? She feels good. While outside, give a big old wave, honk your horn, shout, let them know you appreciate them. The future drivers of this sport coming to the front or back stretch, coming to you live it's time for 417 Sports Card feature on the pole out of Springfield, Missouri. It's going to be the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Back from being away from us, but the car was in victory lane last week. On his outside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 13 of Jaden Smith. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 1 of Gary Barrows out of Grand Boys Mills, Missouri, looking like he's not making the call. Then it's going to be the 23 of Nick Bradshaw on his outside. And then it's going to be the 59 of Michael James in that 59 machine. And here comes Gary. Come on, Gary. Get on up there, Gary. 12 laps will be your distance. Here we go. Pick you out a winner. Give him a big old wave up in the air. Let him know you appreciate him. 417 Sports Car Chargers. Good to see the 23 of Nick Bradshaw back with us. Along with that 59 of Michael James and the 19 of Randy David Heiser. As the pace truck will pull off. Lights will be going off. Green flag. Next time for the Chargers here. Ronnie Taylor, Jaden Smith on the front row. Gary Barrows, Nick Bradshaw on row number 2. 12 laps is your distance. The scoreboard is working now. Thanks to our amazing staff here. Here we go. They come in the turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Well, look out. Here comes the crew. Ronnie Taylor out front. Gary Barrows in the 1 and 2nd. Jaden Smith in the 13 in that 3rd spot with Bradshaw on the outside in 4th. Here we go across the line. It'll be Ronnie Taylor lap 1. Gary Barrows in the 1. Whoa, hold on to it, Gary. He's doing the Dukes of Hazzard, running away from Roscoe Pico train in that 1 machine. Ronnie Taylor still leading the way. Gary Barrows in 2nd. The 13 of Jaden Smith in 3rd. Here comes Gary Barrows. Gary's going to jump up now. He has the advantage in turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch they go now in the turns number 3 and 4. And out of 4, will we have a new race leader? No, Ronnie Taylor still has the lead. 9 more laps to go with Gary Barrows right there in 2nd. Jaden Smith in the 13 in 3rd. Nick Bradshaw in the 23 in that 4th spot. But right now it's all Ronnie Taylor out front. Gary Barrows sticking right there with him though. Ronnie Taylor using that outside lane. Gary Barrows using that bottom lane. Down the back stretch they go. In the turns number 3 and 4. Gary Barrows with the lead out front. The 12 of Ronnie Taylor right there side by side. As they come out of turn number 4. It's still Ronnie Taylor, but Gary Barrows is right there. Gary Barrows is not giving up. He has the advantage in 1 and 2, but Ronnie Taylor pulls away in turns 3 and 4. They've been racing this way the whole race pretty much. Here we go as they come across the front line. At the line, it's still going to be Ronnie Taylor out front. Gary Barrows in the 1 and 2nd. Lap traffic in the front of them. Ronnie Taylor with a 19.7 and Gary Barrows with a 19.6. But Gary falling back a little bit on the momentum as Ronnie trying to pull away with 4 more laps to go. Ronnie with a time of 19.491. Gary with a time of 19.866. Down the front stretch they go. Still Ronnie Taylor with 3 more laps to go. Here we go. 2 more laps to go. Gary gaining some ground now. Was Gary saving his stuff for the end? Here they go now in the turns 3 and 4. After the line. Who's it gonna be with 1 more lap to go? Ronnie Taylor, Gary Barrows. Here we go, Ronnie Taylor going up high. Gary Barrows down low. It's gonna be a race to the finish. In the turns 3 and 4 they go. Here comes Gary. Can he hold on to it? After the line, it's gonna be Ronnie Taylor out front. Gary Barrows second. Jaden Smith third. Nick Bradshaw fourth. And the 15 of Randy David Heiser fifth. And the 59 of Michael James in sixth. All right, he's taking off the safety equipment. Trying to. So far, this car has been in victory lane all 3 races. Ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Car feature winner in the Charger class, the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Well, Ronnie, first of all, welcome back. And that was very competitive between you and Gary there. And that outer lane seemed like it might be the place to be here tonight.
Yeah, Gary's getting faster and faster. And my car works better up high. So that's where I want to be.
Now, last week, you were away from us for a week, but the car still performed pretty well.
Yeah, he done an amazing job. He'll be filling in from now on when I'm not here. He may take my job. I don't know.
Is that by committee, by board committee, that they have to vote on who drives the car?
No, it's just whoever wants to get in it and whoever can do a good job.
He did a heck of a job last week. Hey, we hear it all week long. We hear it every night here at the racetrack, but Speed Oil is the way to go, ain't it?
Yes, it is. If you want a great oil that stays clean, just really helps performance of your vehicle, Speed Oil's where it's at.
Is what Speed Oil, is this what powers the 12 machine?
I have Speed Oil and everything I own.
There you go. So right there, Speed Oil gets this car in victory lane. It's also sponsored by Ronnie's Truck Repair. Ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Car Charger feature winner, the 12 of Ronnie Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Taylor just gave up his trophy. He said, Super Shane, take it back to the grandstands and give it to one of the kids. think this hill gets steeper and steeper every time I go up it. All right, up next will be our Martin's one-stop street stock feature. They'll get ready to roll out here very shortly. All right, this is how they will be lined up now. On the pole will be the 16 of Mike Shaddy. On his outside will be the 0, Corey Henson. Row number 2 will be the 71 of Don Morant. On his outside will be the 01 of Tony Johnson. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. On his outside, the 4 of Devin Russell. And then the 00 Chris Johnson, last week's feature winner. Here we go, lights are off. We're gonna go racing this time. Green flag is in the air. Mike Shaddy out front. Mike Shaddy out front, the 71 of Don Grant second, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen in third. Mike Shaddy with a big lead out front. The 71 of Don Morant in second. The 88, Michael Jurgensen in that third spot. With the 00, Chris Johnson in fourth. Mike Shaddy still out front. Your leader, the 71 of Don Morant in second. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen in third. With the 00, Chris Johnson right there in that fourth spot. Right now, Shaddy all out front. 3-car group, 71, the 88, the 00. And it's still Shaddy out front leading the way. Mike Shaddy still your leader out front. Don Morant in 71 in second. The 88 and Michael Jurgensen looking on the inside of the 71 of Don Morant. Down the backstretch they go. Into turns 3 and 4. Three more laps to go. Be the 16 of Mike Shaddy getting the checkered flag. The 71 of Don Morant coming home second. The 00 Chris Johnson third. And the 88 of Michael Jurgensen coming home in fourth. Three races. 2 wins so far for the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Here we go. I'm bringing the crew behind me, ready to celebrate. Taking off the safety equipment. Good to see Chris Nichols out here. He's taking off the helmet, getting out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop street stock feature winner to 16 of Mike Shaddy. Well, Mike, my goodness gracious, 3 races, 2 wins, but this one seemed like it was just a Saturday night cruise, you know. Just this thing was on a rail tonight.
Yes, after starting last week and having stuff come loose and oil leaks, you know, I was, second, third. I don't like winning on the front, starting on front row, but I'll take it after falling back to 4th last week because I really thought we had something. But most of all, I want to thank the Lord.
Yep, that's most importantly. Shaddy, you've got a good crew of people over there that you probably want to give a shout out to.
Yes, Chris Nichols came here tonight, and his dad built this car, and his dad built this motor, and that motor is like 20-some years old, and we have not done nothing to it even last year.
And Chris has also raced this car.
Yes, he drove this car. Yeah, when they said last year they was going to have his dad's race, I had already planned on to go on vacation, and I called Chris, and I said, Chris, it just wouldn't be right if you didn't drive my car. And so he drove it, and I'm just thankful for all my family being here tonight and everything. And Chris came and Cooper came. Cooper checked the tires before I pulled out, and they only had 24 pounds of air in them, so we had to get that up there about 30. So thankful about that.
All right, well, Mike, congratulations, man, and we'll thank your sponsors.
Yes, I've won now, last year one time and then twice this year. I own Mikey Auto Sales, and I sell used cars. And so if you're looking for a car, come and see me. I'd like to work for you.
Right across from the Civic Center, right?
Yes, I've been there since 2014. Red and white building with checkered flags on the door. Can't miss it. So I'd like to thank Nichols Chassis, Howard. I know he's in heaven watching. And Lone Oak Printing. And a big shout out to Chris over at Everything Auto. Go see him. He's a hard-working guy. He works a job, and in the afternoons he has a small tire shop, and he sells used cars too. And I had a blowout on my trailer coming to the races tonight, and he came and brought me a tire so we could put on the trailer.
That was very good. Well, Chris, congratulations, and you've got you a trophy over there, and also got you a cupcake from Bramble Springs Bakery.
And I also have some other sponsors that are not on my car, and it's Clayton Homes of Lebanon. Go see Jamie and them out there if you're looking for a home. And Grace Calvary of Lebanon.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop street stock feature winner to 16 of Mike Shaddy. You heard all the sponsors. You heard all the people that help him get to the racetrack. It's not just him. It's a whole bunch of businesses and great people. And so go visit them, and while you're visiting them, stop at Martin's one-stop convenience store, get you a drink, get you some fuel, and get you some food. And let them know you heard their name mentioned at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. As up next, we're going to get ready for our next feature. It's going to be the Hilltop Ranch late models. And what a feature that's going to be. 2 races so far this season. 2 different feature winners, with night 1 going to Dylan Bates, night 2 going to Jimmy Phone. And Jimmy is going to be racing hard tonight because his son's celebrating the birthday, Sawyer Phone. And so he's going to be on a mission to work his way through the field to get up to the front. So it's going to be exciting. Let's get on the edge of your seats, pick you out a winner, as they'll be coming out here very shortly. I want to thank some more sponsors, National TV Channel. Appreciate them. Also, Pillar Insurance and Morris Automotive. Appreciate them. And like I said, Hilltop Ranch, Melton's, Reynolds, and Auto. Appreciate them as well. Here we go. On the pole for this one, it's going to be the 25 of Justin Blake, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Row 2 is going to be the 27 of Joe Ross, and on his outside going to be the 2 of Joey Strode. The 73 of Trent Masters. 48 of Jimmy Fallon, and the 5 of Matt Hazel. All right, here we go. Tires are warmed up. Drivers will get back in their starting spots. So we get ready to go racing here. So far, 2 features, 2 different winners. Dylan Bates, Jimmy Phone. Dylan Bates out front, your leader. 25 of Justin Blake in second. 27 of Joe Ross. Down with the 2, Joey Strode. In the 48 of Jimmy Phone. And Jimmy Phone will go around. And yellow comes out. Dylan Bates out front. So right now it's the 91 out front, the 25 of Justin Blake in second, the 5 of Matt Hazel in third, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in fourth, and the 2 of Joey Strode in fifth. Green flag is back in the air. Dylan Bates out front in 91. 25 of Justin Blake in second to 48. Jimmy Flynn in that third spot. All Dylan Bates out front in 91. Justin Blake in second to 48 of Jimmy Flynn in third. Justin Blake holding on to that second spot with Jimmy Phone sitting in that third spot. So right now it is Justin Blake holding off the 48 of Jimmy Phone, last week's feature winner. Jimmy Phone staying on the inside lane. As after the line, it'll be the 48 of Jimmy Phone jumps up to that second spot. Justin Blake will fall back a spot to third. Dylan Bates out front. The 48 of Jimmy Phone in second. The 25 of Justin Blake in third. Half price food at the concession stand right now. Half price food at the concession stand. As Dylan Bates is still out front, your leader. 48 of Jimmy Phone in second. The 25 of Justin Blake in third. Joey Strode into two in that fourth spot. Dylan Bates still out front. The 48 of Jimmy Phone in second. The 25 of Justin Blake sitting there in that third spot. He'll come across the line with 10 more laps to go. The flame comes out the side of the 91 machine. Dylan Bates still out front, your leader. Matt Hazel trying to stay on the lead lap as it's the 48 of Jimmy Phone, the 25 of Justin Blake. Seven more laps to go. Now 6 more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. 48 of Jimmy Phone in second, and 25 of Justin Blake in third. Going into turn number 3 and 4, will come out of 4. As he crosses the line, it's going to be 4 more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Three more laps to go. Dylan Bates will come off of turn number 4 with 2 more laps to go. Coming off of turn number 4. One more time around for the 91 of Dylan Bates. 48 of Jimmy Phone in second, the 25 of Justin Blake in third. Joey Strode in the 2. As it's going to go checker flag of Dylan Bates. Jimmy Phone will come home second in the 48 machine. The 25 of Justin Blake will come home in third. Oh, well, it's kind of like the game of football. Who's going to have the last possession? As of right now, we've had 3 races, 2 different winners, as Dylan Bates will get his 2nd win of the season. Race fans, your Hilltop Ranch late model feature winner of the 91. Dylan Bates. Well, Dylan, it's good to see you, man. I don't know if you heard me as you were getting out of the car, but I said it's probably going to be like a game of football. Who's going to have the last possession? Because so far this season, it's been you and Jimmy Phone, and you guys have been trading it back and forth, and both 1 and 2 and 1 and 2.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be a track position and tire game all year, so we'll see how it goes. It's going to be fun.
Hey, appreciate you and everything that you do. And anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, can't thank Joe Ross enough. R&S Automotive. Looks like he had some bad luck tonight, but you know, he puts in a lot of work on these cars, and I'm really thankful to drive for him. Can't thank John Christ enough for all he does for me. Definitely wouldn't be running up and down the road going anywhere without him either. So those 2 are some big ones, and I can't thank Michael and Kerry Marsden with the Sentinel Foundation enough for all they do too, and Z-Max Racing Oils and Lubricants. They came on board this year. Happy to have them. Just everybody that helped back in the pits. Riley up on the roof spotting, Eric on the tires, and Mike Scott and Jason, and my dad, my mom. I know I'm going to be forgetting a lot, Larry. everybody that's down there. Thankful for them and glad to be here.
What are you going to do when Riley gets this street stock done?
We might have to hold the late model feature for a minute, let him get up on the spotters tower.
Hey, talking about this class, we're kind of down in numbers, but as a track, we're going to do our best to get this class to grow. And so we got a couple weeks off here before our next race, and so we're going to try to make it a little bit harder for you come next race, pass a lot more cars.
Yeah, I don't want it too hard. Well, I know there's a lot of cars that are out there that just haven't made it out this year. So I could probably count 5 or 6 right now that just maybe give them some more time and they'll be back out here. But I know some engine problems have sidelined some of them and just life and whatever else. Hopefully they get out here and we have a full field.
It's good to see that number 5 car out here as well.
Yeah, it's good to have Matt out here. See what he's got to say after this race. See if we can help him out a little bit.
All right. It's going to go on down now. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hilltop Ranch feature winner, the 91, Dylan Bates. And we're going to talk to runner-up as this man was trying his best to give his son a big old birthday celebration after last week's celebration. But, Jimmy, I told Dylan it's going to be like football, who's going to have the last possession. And you two have really shown yourselves this year and how fast you guys can be.
Yeah, congratulations to Dylan. Congratulations to my buddy Justin over here. Finally get him out here with us. No, I'm going to Kyle Busch it here a little bit. I enjoy a good old round of bumper cars. I mean, that's what we come out here to do. So, anyway, no, it's just a tire strategy thing now. And like you say, whoever's got the final possession holds the key.
All right, now I'm going to go down here and talk to somebody we haven't talked to in a very long time. This guy right here. And finishing third in the Hilltop Ranch late models be the 25 of Justin Blake. Justin, last week this car looked pretty fast, but then had some troubles, but had to go back to the shop to get you a backup car. But good to see this 25 machine up here in the top 3.
Yeah, unfortunately we've been doing nothing but fight motor issues. We had this motor tore down all week, put it back together, get it here, and we're still having some issues. We're down a cylinder. She's heating a little bit, but for what we got going, I'm tickled to death to have a 3rd place finish. We'll work it over. We'll get faster. I promise. It won't be the last time here. We'll make it to victory lane before the season's over. I got to thank my wife. I mean, she's put up a lot of time and money and blood and tears over it. Scott's Heating and Air, Backyard Bullies, JDF2 Motorsports. If it wasn't for Jimmy Phone, man, he's when I wasn't working on the car, he was. He put a lot of hours in this week to get us here. So I got to thank him and James Phone and Jim Duckworth. We appreciate you guys.
Well, it's about be summertime, and those air conditions are going to have to be turned on. So let's give you guys a call at Scott's Heating and Air.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 in the Hilltop Ranch late models, the 91 of Dylan Bates, the 48 of Jimmy Phone, and the 25 of Justin Blake. Fans, guess what? It's half-price foods in the concession stand. Half-price foods at the concession stand. Half-price foods at Steak Patrol as well. Half-price foods at Steak Patrol. Race fans from the wild side to the grandstand side, are you guys ready for the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics? Almost 20 strong here tonight. We've had some scratches, but my goodness gracious, if you were here last week, we absolutely saw a brawl. From Calamity Corner and turn number 4 all the way through the field. It's going to be a doozy. As you can tell from the late model feature, we're missing the driver, the 5 of Matt Hazel. He gave up his ride to go over to the late models, and he gave that to a upcoming young lady who is doing excellent in her start in the Crown Vics. That's Sierra in the number 5 car. And she'll be coming out here along with all the other drivers as well. And there's other ladies in this field as well. This class has grown with its start last year to coming into 2025 bigger than last year, and it's going to continue to grow. If you're looking for a class to get into, this right here would be the class right here. It's the Crown Vic class, and they're a lot of fun. They're competitive, and it's just the regular Ford Crown Vic. So a lot of fun. You can see if you never watched them before, you're in for a treat. We saved them for last, and they're going to be coming out here very shortly. And we hope you've had a great time here tonight, as this is going to be our final race of the night. And then we'll be taking a couple weeks off, be back here on May 31st for the kids scramble, penny scramble, and for the race in action. As they get ready to come out here tonight, this is how they will roll out. Get on the edge of your seats. This is going to be a wild barn burner race here tonight. You're going to be looking all over the track because these guys are going to go everywhere. This is how they'll roll out. On the pole from Eldon, Missouri, it's going to be the 27 of Dakota Scribner. On his outside, the local pastor for Beulah Church, it's Richlands, Missouri's Rick Morrow. Row number 2 on the inside from Fairgrove, Missouri, going to be the 63 of Darren Moyers. On his outside, the 74 of Don Rogers. Row number 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, with the 03 of Ed Mangus. On his outside, Richland, Missouri's Ben Scott in the 89. Row number 4 in the inside will be the Lebanon, Missouri's 17 of Paul Yakel. And on his outside, the 5 of Sierra Herden. Row number 5 on the inside from Cuba, Missouri will be the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. On her outside, the 00 of Bill Brown. Row number 6 on the inside will be Lebanon, Missouri's 12 of Delbert Wiegand. On his outside, the 57 of Mike Gluckenberg. Row number 7 on the inside, Gerald, Missouri, 44 of Jimmy Flannery. And on his outside, the 69 of Chris Tender out of Marshfield, Missouri. There'll be the 85 of Blake Sylvie, the 84 of J.C. Newell, the Gentle Giant. Row number 9 will be Hayden Smith in the 26 machine out of Russellville, Missouri. The 4 of Josh Hazel out of Waynesville, Missouri. And the 30 of Jed Rogers. Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Let's hear you. Get up on your feet, wave those hands up in the air. Here we go. It's the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics. There we go. Longest, oh, it's still going. Woo-wee. What'd you think about that, fans? Longest fireworks show I've seen, not in the month of July. Here we go. Almost 20 strong, missing a few drivers. 18 strong, it looks like here. 15 laps will be your distance. Dakota Scribner, Rick Morrow on the front row. Darren Moyer and Don Rogers in row number 2. Ed Mangus in the 89 of Ben Scott in row number 3. Paul Yakel in the 5 of Sierra Herden in row number 4. Pace truck is off. Lights are off. We're getting ready to throw the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Dakota Scrivener out front. Your leader in the 27. Darren Moyers in the 63 in second. The 7 of Rick Morrow sitting there in that third spot with the 03. Ed, the Chili Man Mangus. Ed, the Chili Man Mangus on the inside of the 7 of Rick Morrow. Down the backstretch they go. Right now it's all Dakota Scrivener out front. The 63 of Darren Moyers in second. The 7 of Rick Morrow in third. The 03 of Ed Mangus. Here comes the 74 of Don Rogers on that inside of Mangus. Oh, hold on to it, Josh, in that Ford machine. Right now, it's all Rick Morrow in that third spot, but Dakota Scrivener, the 27, out front your leader. The 63 of Darren Moyers in second. Morrow in third. Mangus in the 03 in fourth. Don Rogers in the 74 in that fifth spot. Dakota Scrivener out front, your leader, the 63 of Darren Moyers in second. Rick Morrow in that third spot, trying to hold off the 03 of Ed Mangus. Right now it is all the 27 of Dakota Scrivener out front. Dakota Scrivener out front and out 27 machine. Darren Moyers in the 63 in second. The 7 of Rick Morrow in third. Four more laps to go. Two more laps to go now. Coming out of turn number 4, white flag is in the air. Checker flag in the air for the 27, Dakota Scrivener. Darren Moyers in the 63, coming on second. The 7 of Rick Morrow coming home in third. My goodness gracious, fans, almost 20 strong, and it was a green, white, checkered. What a great job by all these drivers here tonight, each and every one of them. Aaron Douglas, that was a green, white, and checkered. Nothing like last week. He got to leave it running. He said he can't shut it off. She'll get too hot. I still can't believe it. A green, a white, and a checkered. Wow. All those cars out there. He's taking off this safety equipment. Race fans, your Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner, the 27 of Dakota Scrivener. Wow. Dakota, get over here, buddy. Let's get away from this car that's running because you said you couldn't shut it off. See what happens when we get rid of the 5 of Matt Hazel? You can just come out here and just take over.
That was a dream come true.
My goodness gracious. You know, first of all these cars out here, and it was a green, a white, and a checkered. Did you think that was ever going to happen?
No, honestly not, especially not the third start ever.
Yeah. But, hey, wow, what a run. That 27 machine was on the rail tonight, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We made some adjustments to it, and it ran pretty dang well.
Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank my fiance for dealing with the endless nights in the shop, my dad for being my main sponsor, and, well, the entire pit crew, everybody standing down here. Couldn't do it without any of them.
Where's you and your fiance getting married?
We're going to Colorado.
Oh, I was going to say, this would be a nice place right here in Victory Lane. And you turn 25 next week?
Yeah, on the 22nd.
Well, look at this. And a happy early birthday for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, hey, you got a lot of work the next race when you come here. You're going to be starting all the way there back there in the back. But after watching this car tonight, it was out there. Everybody else was in that 22nd range, but you were out there in the 19s. That's pretty fast.
It ran on rails all night. As soon as we started that heat, I mean, something about it, or compared to last time, it was turning. We couldn't get a turn last time at all.
Now, which one's your fiance? He won, so he doesn't have to touch it because it's fast. So no more nights in the shop, right, Dakota?
Well, it needs a starter for one. That's why it's still running.
Okay, all right. We'll fix the starter and go spend time with the fiance, okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner. On behalf of everybody here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, thank you all for being with us. We hope that you had a great rest of your evening. Drive hopefully, and we'll see you back here on May 31st for another night of racing action. And my goodness gracious, what a night that's going to be after the first 3 races. We're seeing a lot of different winners in all of our classes, and it's going to be exciting to see what happens for the remaining of the 2025 racing season. Thank you to all the factory workers and industry workers. We appreciate you and hope you have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you next time right here at the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway.